Yo, what's up? I wanted to do a quick video about the editing process, and this isn't going to be in depth, but to most people, you're going to glaze over. This has got to be one of the most boring things on earth for the average person to hear about. So I'm not going to talk about like technical details. I'm just going to talk about one simple thing with editing, and that is, and this is what I've learned, and I've learned this a long time ago. When you're shooting video, making a movie, whatever you're doing, the best way to do that is to know how you're going to edit it together in the end. You should be thinking about it when you're making the video, how it's going to edit together. And that's why a lot of my videos seem to flow a lot better, even though I don't have the best storylines and content. Because as I'm shooting and doing what I need to do, I think, oh, I need that to edit it in to kind of, buffer the shittiness of it sometimes. So if you look at a lot of internet videos, you can tell people that aren't good at editing by the way that their final product comes across. So that's something I spend so much time on. But anyway, really, here's the deal with it. So basically, I'm going to open up a folder here, and I copy all my video files to one folder. So in this case, here's the Alfa folder. I'll move this so you can kind of see it. And then I put my different shots: drive outside, drive Tascam, driving main 1, drone, exterior commentary, exterior, interior commentary, narration, Patreon, obviously for you guys, Shopee, and then all the different B-roll cams and sound and music and all that crap. So this whole folder, and this is the complete project, is 241 gigs, which is, about average. So then I import everything into the editing program, which comes over here. And then I'll shrink this down. And you can kind of see this is all the different video clips or audio files. And a lot of the time, most of my time's taken up, unfortunately, with the intro. And I know that's really bad. And this one was just way too long. I had to cut myself off. I spent like 10 hours on the intro, which it just wasn't right. I kept fucking with it and messing with it. And finally this morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm cutting it down, tearing it down, and making it more simple. And now it's like 30 seconds instead of a minute. And the music creation part is the most tedious, because a lot of times
of rebooting
here's just a quick clip you can kind of see scrubbed through.
Mayo Julia.
All these are different audio effects. So you can see when the sound effect comes in here, these two clips will play. And then I have my drum layers, sound effects, car stuff, just little shit that you don't particularly, the nuances of editing stuff together, whatever, it's boring. And then really, basically what I do is I'll have my narration, my kind of like, story, and then I will have all my B-roll shots, knowing how I'm going to talk about it and what I need to film this stuff in the pictures, the storybook of it. And that's kind of how I do most of it. And, really that's generic as hell. There's color involved, the color grading, making sure that all the videos kind of look the same, even though, white balance could be off a little bit, or the color of the sky, because I can't shoot everything in one day. So if one day it's kind of gloomy, of course your color is going to change, and you have to somewhat make it match up. And it depends on the car, how much time I spend on it. If it's a turd and I don't like it, a lot of times I'll just let that stuff go, because it just wastes, I'm not into it. But really, that's kind of the deal. And then the last part is the Turbowski stuff gets really complicated, because there's so much crap in here that I have to cut out, especially for the press cars. And it's like this stuff here.
It is amazing on here. It really is good without being annoying.
Fucking Chrysler fanboy.
It's like all this little stuff with me and Scott, BSing. And there's just so many times where I have to cut out or edit stuff out to kind of get the content across. And it's more so with press cars. If it was my own car or somebody's car, I would leave a lot of the banter in. But I just, unfortunately, there's so much of it I have to cut it out. And I've cut a lot more out of it recently, because just for, time purposes. But anyway, that's kind of the deal. You can see my work area is just horrendous, because I'm camped out here for, 12 hours, and it's a shit show. So that's it. Thanks for watching.